They get nervous sometimes. They don't know how to react. So the easiest thing to do is just make fun of somebody. Maybe you could use this as a chance to really show them who you are, what you're made of, and what's important to you. You know, a lot of young people really struggle because they feel like other people don't understand them. Has there ever been a time when maybe your mom or your dad or maybe even one of your teachers didn't understand something that was really important to you?
Well, a couple of times my teachers don't understand that I want to do this because I want to do it for somebody, but they don't let me.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to help grown-ups understand what we really feel is important to us. And sometimes it's hard for us to even help our friends understand. Like you, Aisha, with your friends that don't understand your hijab.
You know, Dawood, it's kind of like the song that Rashid wrote, really.
Yeah.
Go forward, young Muslims.
Forward, young Muslims, yeah.
Would you guys like to hear the song?
Yes, please!
It's a new song written by a very young Muslim. I sometimes lie awake at night and wonder at the stars so bright. I dream about my future too, and the things that I will do. Soon the world will count on me. I'm the future, they agree. People depend on me somehow, though small and timid I am now.
Well, you and I, my dearest friend, must stand together till the end. For we are one by Allah's grace. No matter what our color or race, we must prepare ourselves today as we journey on life's way. There's so much for us to learn and see. For true believers, we must be.
Yeah. Go forward, young Muslims, wherever you are, in the shadow of the sun or by the light of a star. Your supreme protector is Almighty Allah. Go forward, young Muslims, wherever you are. Go forward, young Muslims, we feel your pain. So many places, Palestine, people are dying, mothers are crying, bombs are falling from the sky, people asking why. The only thing that we can do is pray to God to help them through, but do they realize that Allah hates those who kill and despise? I think there's no surprise, gotta rise up. Come on, young Muslims, gotta rise up. Together we must stand in the masjid to pray for a better day, a better way to make this world a better place. Cause let's face it, it's out of control. We need to grab hold of each other, unite as one ummah, like back in the days of the companions of the Prophet. Some were young, they were strong, and they loved each other, brothers and sisters, and they could die for one another. So stand up, young Muslims, say it out loud. It's time to be counted right here, right now. Yeah, right here and right now.
Oh Allah, we love you so. Give us health and make us grow. Be with us each passing day as we journey on life's way. On life's way. On life's way. On life's way.
Gotta rise up, come on young Muslims, gotta rise up. Come on young Muslims, gotta rise up. Come on young Muslims, rise up. Come on young Muslims, gotta rise up. Come on young Muslims, oh Allah, we love you so. Give us health and make us grow. Be with us each passing day while we journey on life's way. On life's way. On life's way. On life's way.
Wow, MashaAllah.
Do you like the new song?
Yeah.
Man, it's so amazing.
And I hope it inspires young people such as yourselves to always stand tall and be proud of who you are.
You know, Zain, sometimes it's easier said than done, though. There's a lot of things we do when we follow the Quran which are private, between just us and Allah, like praying Salah, or fasting in Ramadan, or even giving charity in secret. But for young ladies like you, Aisha, hijab can be a real struggle sometimes.
Yeah.
Because everywhere you go, people see your hijab, and then they can make judgments about you, or have expectations of you. My wife tells me sometimes that when she goes to the mosque, she sees some women come in who don't wear hijab all the time. And oftentimes people will put them down or make fun of them and say that they're not good Muslims. And that same person might come back another time with a hijab, and everyone will say, wow, that sister is really pious. Because sometimes, even within our own community, we make judgments on each other. So try not to let those judgments get you down. When people who don't understand your faith make fun of you because you wear hijab, try and explain to them why it's so important to you. You know, there's a song I wrote one time all about hijab. It goes like this. They say, oh poor girl, you're so beautiful, you know. It's a shame that you cover up your beauty so. She just smiles and graciously responds reassuringly. This beauty that I have is just a simple part of me. This body that I have, no stranger has the right to see. These long clothes, the shawl I wear, ensure my modesty. Faith is far less fickle than fashion. Wouldn't you agree? This hijab, this mark of piety, is an act of faith, a symbol for all the world to see. It's a simple cloth to preserve your dignity. So lift the veil from your heart to see the heart of purity. They tell her, girl, don't you know this is the West and you are free. You don't need to be oppressed, ashamed of your femininity. She just shakes her head and she speaks with a surety. See the billboards and the magazines that line the checkout aisles with their phony painted faces and their airbrushed smiles. Well, their small clothes and low-cut gowns, they are really not for me. Some people call it fashion, but I think it's all crazy, 'cause this hijab, this mark of piety, is an act of faith, a symbol for all the world to see. It's a simple cloth to preserve your dignity. So lift the veil from your heart to see the heart of purity. They tell her, sister of belief, you are so strong. This scarf is a flag of this faith where you belong. She just drops her gaze and then says with humility, I did not wear this shawl at all less than 1 week ago. I've been judged, misjudged, and misunderstood by those who do not know that faith cannot be measured by the garments that you sew. Beauty and faith, objects we've reduced to a fashion show. And this hijab, this mark of piety, is an act of faith, a symbol for all the world to see. It's a simple cloth to preserve your dignity. So lift the veil from your heart to see the heart of purity. Lift the veil from your heart to see the heart of purity. When will we lift the veils from our hearts to seek the heart of purity?
That was a nice song.
Well, thanks, Aisha, but I didn't write that one all on my own. You see, I'm not a woman, and I'm not a young lady who wears hijab, so I got a really good friend of mine to help me write it. And she's a wonderful writer. And you know what? Just like Rashid, she was really young when she wrote that song. I think she was only 17.
You guys, I hope you're feeling better, Aisha. And Yusuf, I hope you do well tomorrow at Cultural Day and show everybody your new distasha.
And make sure you don't show them the dress.
Okay, assalamu alaikum, children.
Assalamu alaikum.
I love my job.
Alhamdulillah.
We choose to be Muslim. We follow the Quran with Zayn and Dawood. We're enjoying Islam. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Zayn.
Wa alaikum assalam, Fatima and Abdullah.
What are you doing?
Oh, Fatima, my son Muhammad came back with a project about modes of transport. So I've been thinking about what I could build for him that would be about the subject. Now, tell me, let me ask you for your advice. What do you think this could be? For example, I could make a boat. This could be the sail, and this could be a boat like this. We are sailing.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that, or it could be a flying device, like a helicopter of sorts, you know. We're soaring, flying.
It looks more like a boat.
Looks more like a boat, eh? Yeah, I think you're right. You know, I'll tell you what, let me leave this for later, because this might take me a long time. Let me move all this junk out of the way. So, how are you guys doing? How was your day at school?
It was really good, actually.
Alhamdulillah. You know, talking about modes of transport, can you tell me what some of the other modes of transport are?
Train, cars,
Trains, cars, very good. How about you, Fatima?
walking, boats.
Yeah, walking, boats. You know, today we're so lucky we have so many ways to travel, and most of them are so convenient. For example, flying in an aeroplane or traveling by boat. In the old days, it was probably much harder for people to get around. I mean, imagine the person who first thought of the aeroplane and flying. Imagine he'd listened to everybody else, and maybe everybody was saying, man can't fly. But he thought there must be a way, so he created a flying machine. Or imagine the first person who created, I don't know, a bicycle. So sometimes we need to throw the old instruction manuals out of the window and start thinking new and using our imaginations. You know, ever since time began, that is one of the gifts Allah has given to all of mankind, women and men around the world, our ability to think and imagine things that we cannot see. And that's how amazing inventions came along. You know, that's one of the greatest gifts Allah has given us, people, is our ability to use our minds creatively and to think about amazing things, to look beyond just pieces of wood, pieces of plastic, and see something that we can mold together and shape into something that never existed. Allah has given us that blessing. And from the time Allah created the first man and the first prophet, Adam alayhi salam, and over the centuries, man and women have been imagining and creating amazing things. And over the years, as you know, every once in a while, when people, because of the things they've created, when people start thinking that they are perhaps greater than their own creator, Allah, that's when Allah sends prophets down. You might think that you are the greatest because you've created this and you've created that. But it is I, Allah, who created you. So you should follow me and worship none but me. Because sometimes man becomes very proud and arrogant. Look what I have done. And that's when Allah sends prophets. For example, can you give me the names of some of the prophets Allah sent to guide mankind?
Prophet Isa alayhi salam.
MashaAllah.
Prophet Musa alayhi salam.
Prophet Musa, MashaAllah.
Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the final